And like, guess what? Like, the streaming era of the music industry wasn't that great for everybody.
Nope.
Like a lot of people that, songwriters, publishers, especially that did, very well in album sales and everybody was like all happy, now all of a sudden, are kind of getting like the short end of the stick, like also like nothing, evolved outside of the new music, workflow at Spotify. All the playlists are just, new release. Like we tried to extend as much as we could, but it was all just new release.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. So that turns over every 6 days.
Totally, right? But like the way that the industry was started is that you would have a sales team, go out and make sure that your product was everywhere. Like led by your marketing team, like putting together a go-to-market strategy. And then you would have your radio promo team take that sales data and they would go market to market in order to acquire audience. And that audience would convert to sales. And that's how we had these big 2-year like album cycles. And then when we got into streaming, because the only people like in the early days of Spotify that we were allowed to talk to was the salespeople, meant we couldn't talk to marketing. We couldn't talk to promo, so it was really difficult to be able to align, this new release workflow that's changing over every single week with like the music industry, that is like, very slow. We go things at our own pace, and and that caused a lot of songs to be streaming songs that no audience around them. Like we couldn't figure ourselves out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We couldn't align like artist development with programming. We couldn't align marketing with playlisting strategy. Like, everything was kind of like moving in its own direction.
Yeah.
Everything was like very territorial.
Yeah.
And, I think the thing that the Goldman Sachs article, brought up that was like really important is how critical fans are to like this new era of the music industry. Right? You look at like short form and social, right? 40% of all content on TikTok is modified. It's a UGC, remix. It's a mashup. It's something.
40%?
This is like 2 years ago. It's probably more than that
more
now.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, that's why, like, the reason why things move faster on TikTok is because those products are built for algorithmic distribution.
Yeah.
The reason why the new release market share fell, is because the ability for you to get one master recording around the world in 28 days, is impossible.
It's impossible
Anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Versus when you look at, something like TikTok, the difference between Spotify and TikTok in terms of distribution. On Spotify, the song is the currency of the playlist. And it's the playlist that's distributed across the programming surface, whether it's a human curated playlist or algorithmic, curated playlist. The playlist is the distribution vehicle. That's what people go to be able to listen to music. And the playlists that you see, the reason why you see them is because they are achieving Spotify's programming values. They're improving user experience. So that's why when you wake up and you see like some type of, programming experience, they think that you're going to like it.
Yep.
And you're going to listen longer.
Yep.
Right. Versus TikTok, the sound is the currency of the video, and it's the video that's distributed across the programming surface.